Okay. Today we are going to deal Article 48A of the Constitution of India. Is it displayed on your screen, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now all of you mute your mic. Have you muted your mic? Okay, I'll start. Till now we have come to know about the ailing planet, how the planet Earth is suffering, who is responsible for the suffering of the Earth, and what is the consequences of the planet Earth. How, if a timely action is not taken, it is going to spoil the earth, and if earth natural resources are being going to spoil, it means the human population will be wiped out. This we have seen right now also in pandemic. Why the pandemic is there right now? It's not due to that bats they have come, because we have infested their area. People, they have cleared the jungle where the bats live, so naturally the bats will come out from the place. We are forcing the animals to come out from their habitat, and when there will be no food, no shelter for the animals, naturally they will come in a human territory. Is it clear? If a pandemic is today, coronavirus is today, it is not due to, no country is responsible, nobody is responsible, only the individual is responsible. Why? Because we, for our greed, is exploiting the resources. Yes, please, switched off. Article 48A of the Constitution of India provides that, underline, the states shall, state means the country, shall endeavor means they are bound to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. So what is Article 48A of the Constitution? You must have read in a civics also. There are different constitution. There is one constitution, but they are having a different articles and all. Is it clear? So, but basically 48A article says that every state and every country is, every state of India is responsible to protect and improve the environment and to see the forest and wildlife. Means it is the duty of the government in the state to protect the forest and wildlife. But what causes endless anguish, anguish means pain, is the fact that laws are never respected nor enforced in India. We know very well. There are laws. Is it clear? But it is never strictly enforced. बहुत सारे laws है. There are very strict law for murder. There is very strict law for other human trafficking, child trafficking. But never it is enforced strictly. That's why the criminals, they know very well that once they commit a murder, once they commit any kind of a crime, they will be let free. Why? Because the laws are not strictly enforced. For instance, example, the constitution says that casteism, जिसे हम high caste, low caste, untouchability and bonded labor shall be abolished. It always says that there should be no casteism, there should be no untouchability, bonded labor should not be there. Where bonded labor means the people are forced to work on the land of others for a period, the fixed period is given. These are banned in constitution, but what happened? We have seen even 60 years, 70 years of forming a constitution, these things are being still prevalent. Nowadays also, the people are following casteism. Nowadays also, the people, they are following untouchability. There are many states, many places in India where untouchability is at its extreme. Why? Because the laws are there, the punishments are there, but it is not strictly enforced. A recent report of a Parliament's Estimate Committee has highlighted the near catastrophic depletion. What do you mean by catastrophic? That is dangerous. Depletion means reduce, decrease of India's forest over the last 4 decades. 1 decade means 10 years. So the last 40 years, is it clear? The last 40 years, the forests are being exploited at a large scale. India has lost a forest. at a large scale. India, according to reliable data, the data which is going, is losing its forest at the rate of 3.7, is it clear, million acres a year. Large area officially designated means pointed as a forest land are already virtually treeless. In countries in the world, there are different sets and limited areas which are set up for forest, water bodies, wildlife protection sanctuaries. These are the designated place. But if you see, it is there on the paper, but in reality, there is no forest. Is it clear? On the paper, you will find it that there are 100 acre of forest at a particular place. But when if you go in reality, you will find it that there is no forest. Large area officially designated as forest land are already virtually treeless, means there are no trees. On paper, there are forests, but actually if you see, there are no forests. On the name of forest, you will even not find a tree. The actual loss of forest is estimated to about 8 times the rate indicated by government statistics. Government, they always gives a less data, but 10% full data you can see is there, which is harming it. Suppose the government is saying that the 10 trees had been cut down. On a paper, there is 10 trees which had been cut down. Is it clear? But in reality, 100 trees had been cut down. So the reality is very far whatever is there in data. A 3-year study using satellites and aerial photography conducted by United Nations warns that the environment has deteriorated and spoiled so badly that it is critical means serious in many of the 88 countries investigated. So UN had found through the areas, through the satellite, the aerial photo had been taken, ऊपर से photo ली गई है, and it had been found that 88 countries are in serious condition in terms of environment degradation. The environment has been degraded very badly in that countries. There can be no doubt that the growth of world population is one of the strongest factors distorting means spoiling the future of human society. Yes, I have told you that increase in population is the main factor, you can say, which is responsible for spoiling the environment, which is responsible for suffering of the earth. It took mankind more than million years to reach the first billion. First billion means 100 crore. To reach 100 crore, it took man 10 years. 1 million means 10 years. 10 lakh bolte hain na usko, yes. To reach the first billion. That was the world population around the year 1800. 1800, it was 1 billion. Now, if you see 1 billion, more than 1 billion is in India only. Forget about the world population. By the year 1900, a second billion was added. Means every 100 year, 1 billion is added. And the 20th century has added another 3.7 billion. The present world population is estimated at 5.7 billion. It was in 20th century. Now we are living in 21st century. It is double than that, you can say. Because more than 1.5 billion we are having in India. More than 1.5 billion China is having. So we are, if you see the world population, so more than 3 billion population is there. Yes, please switch off the mic, please. And if we see that more than 3 billion people are living in these two countries. But if we take the population of the world, then it is more than 8 or 9 billions. Every 4 days, the world population is increasing by 1 million. 1 million means 10 lakh every 4 days. So this is an estimated one which had taken place in 20th century. Is it clear? When Palkiwala had written that article. But if we see in a present scenario of 2020, if we see this, you can say the data has been doubled up or it is less than a double. Is it clear? There has not been a slight increase. There has been a good increase in terms of population. Is it clear? Fertility falls as income increase. It says as the income is increasing, fertility is falling. Why the fertility is falling, you will come to know, because the people are not getting a time to raise the family. Is it clear? Education spread, so people come to know the harm of having a big family, and health is improving also. Thus, development is the best contraceptive, means development is the best way to control the problems which we are facing regarding the environment. But development itself may not be possible if the present increase in number continue. Development cannot be take place if a present increase in population is being going on increasing and increasing. What will happen? Suppose if we have cultivated the food for 100 people, we have stored it for 100 people for 10 days. Now within 10 days the population has increased to 500. So it is very difficult even to feed those 100 people for whom we have kept that food. Is it clear? Why? Because the number is every day going on increasing. So there is no question of a development, because whatever will be taken in a development, it will be less for the people to use it. Why? Because development, whenever we are doing any kind of development, we always keep in mind the fixed ratio, fixed percentage, how much we should develop it for that particular sector or a section. But if that things goes beyond our expectation, then whatever development we are taking, it will fall flat. There will be no use of that development, because it will not be reaching to those people for whom we have made that strategy. The rich get richer. Yes, in this country, the people who are very rich, they are becoming more richer, like Ambanis you have seen the Adanis you have seen. They have conquered the maximum part of the country in the industrial sector. They are getting more and more profiteer and richer. And the poor beget children, which condemn them to remain poor. And the poor people, they are rich in terms of children. They are having more children. Is it clear? So poor beget children. Poor, they are begetting, they are having a children which force them to remain poor. गरीब के पास बच्चे बहुत होते हैं. That's why it is forcing them to remain poor. There is no change in their economic condition. More children does not mean more worker. Merely more people without work. So what happened? People feel that more children, poor people, they feel, the lower middle class people or a lower class people feel that more children means more money. But they don't know that more children means more mouth to feed. And more people doesn't mean that more work. You must have read in your economics, disguise unemployment. Have you read this one, a topic, disguise unemployment? That is, suppose in a field, there are 2 people are required to work in the field, but 10 people are working in that field. But the productivity is which is coming out, it is of 2 people only. So 8 people are not contributing anything in the income. So those 8 people, they are known as disguise employment. Is it
Unemployment.
disguise unemployment, they are known as. So what it doesn't mean that more people means more work. And lower class people, they feel that more children means more money, but they don't know more children means more mouth to feed. And for feeding more mouth, you need work where there is no work. It is not suggested that human beings be treated like cattle and compulsory sterilize them. Sterilize them means what happened? Animals, if you have seen a stray dogs, so that because dogs once at a time give litters to 5 or 6 litters they give. 5 या 6 बच्चे वो देते हैं. So what it is there? They are forced sterilized so that they cannot give birth to the babies in future. It happens with the cattle also, cow and buffalo. But it cannot happen with the human being. If they are producing more and more babies and all, you cannot take them to the hospital to force them sterilize so that there should be a stop on the protection of the reproduction of the babies. No, it is the human being who have to think that more children is not going to give any kind of better life quality to the children. So the people, they have to think. We should not treat them like a cattle that forcefully we should sterilize them to stop the, not stop, to control the population. But there is no alternative to voluntary family planning without introducing an element of coercion. Coercion means sterilization. So what happened? People are not coming voluntary. They only want one child, they want two children. Voluntary, they are not coming. So sometime in a hospital when they are going, either they are forced also, or either they are made to go for the sterilization so that they should not have a baby in future. Their choice is really between control of population and perpetuation of property. Perpetuation matlab continuous of property. And the choice is between two, either to control the population or either to control the continuous poverty. These two, between these two lies an awareness, and it could only be happen if the people will be aware that more population means it will condemn them to live in poverty. So people, they have to think to control population, then only the poverty will be brought under control. Nothing is removed. We only have to minimize it. This can only be done by the people alone. The population of India is estimated to be 920 million today. That was in the 20th century. And Nani Palkiwala had written the article. But if you see right now, we have got, I think, 1 billion, more than 150 billion or 130 billion. That is there the population. And if we go to the actual population, increasing the beggars, homeless people, then it will be more than 150 billion. More than the entire population of Africa and South America put together. And give you an example. Pakistan is having 11 crore people as their population. And 11 crore people are living in UP. Can you imagine? The population of UP, Uttar Pradesh is more than the population of Pakistan. Clear? And if we see the population of India, it is right now in 20th century, it was saying it is the combined population of entire South Africa continent and South America. Put together, the population of entire Africa continent and South America continent, if we put together, then we could get the population of India. So you can imagine the population of India is more than that. This is the written report. No one is familiar with the condition in India would doubt that the hope of people would die in their hungry hutmen unless population control is given topmost priority. Hutmen means most of the people, they know very well that they are going to die hungry in their home. Hutmen means the place where they are living, in their home. They will die of hunger if the population is not being controlled. Is it clear? Because increase in population means requiring of food grain. Once a people can live under the clear sky, ठीक है? आकाश के नीचे रह सकते हैं. They can live without clothes. They can live without house, but they cannot live without food. And feeding population is a very cumbersome job. Cumbersome means it's a very difficult job, feeding the population. Nobody could live without food. Without clothes you can live, without house you can live, without the comfort of life you can live, but you cannot live without food. So growing population, increase in population is putting a demand, heavy pressure on our food sector. Is it clear? And this could be solved if a population is controlled. For the first time in human history, we see a transcending concern. Transcending matlab where people are, everybody from top to bottom, everybody is concerned. The survival not just of people but of the planet. Earlier people were thinking about their own survival. Now a time has come when people, along with their survival, they have to think about the survival of planet Earth. If they are not going to save the Earth, ultimately their species will be wiped out from this earth, which they have understood. People have understood that if they are playing havoc with nature, nature will play havoc with them. And people cannot live with nature without nature. To survive, people, they are in need of planet Earth. And if planet Earth will be spoiled, the race, the species of human or a mankind will also be wiped out. We have begun to take a holistic view of a very basis of existence. Holistic means where live and let live. Earlier people were very, you can say, selfish. They only used to think about their survival. They were ready to take the advantage of others on the name of their survival. Is it clear? For their survival, they could go to any extent. But now the people have understood that they could not be selfish. Their selfish is bringing harm to them only. Is it clear? It is becoming difficult for their survival. So now they have started visualizing holistic view. Holistic means to live and let other live. And they know very well that if they have to survive on this planet Earth, if they wanted their offspring or the future generation to survive on this planet Earth, they have to take care of this planet Earth. Is it clear? The environmental problem does not necessarily signal a demise. Demise means death. It is a passport for the future. The environmental problem doesn't mean that a human species will be wiped out. They will die. No. It's a passport for the future. It is telling us that in future, if you want to live a better life, you have to take care of your environment. Suppose when we go to foreign country, we need a passport which says from where we are coming and where we are visiting, when we are visiting, for how many days, where we will be going. Everything is mentioned over there. That passport, you can say, is a ticket of going to that particular place. Same way, living in this world is a ticket. And from one generation to another generation, if you want to go, then you have to need a passport that is taking care of our environment. The emerging new world vision has ushered in the era of responsibility. Earlier, there was no responsibility era. Era means period of responsibility. But now, there is a period of responsibility. Everybody is responsible. Everybody is answerable for their action. Is it clear? Everybody is answerable for their action. It is a holistic view. Holistic view means when we think about ourselves, keeping in mind about the development of others. An ecological view, when in terms of maintaining the ecosystem, seeing the world as an integrated whole, means we have to see this world as a whole, not as a part. If America is developing, then it means its development will have a useful impact or a harmful impact on others, rather than a disassociate collection of a part. We have to see this world as a whole rather than a part. Is it clear? For example, the world is waging a war against one another. But do you think that it is not going to affect us? It is going to affect us. The war which is going on in the world, it is going to affect us. Is it clear? It will affect us directly or indirectly. And if you go and talk to those countries that why you are waging a war, they will say it's our business. It's none of your business. But they don't know that their war is going to harm us also. So we should take or think or collect this world as a whole. The problem which one country is facing, it doesn't mean that we are not going to be affected by that problem. We are going to. So it's a collective responsibility of the people who are living on this planet Earth to work for the welfare of the planet Earth. Industry has a most crucial role to play in this new era of responsibility. What a transformation would be effected if More businessmen shared the view of chairman of DuPont, Mr. Edgar S. Ullard. DuPont is a company name, and the chairman is Mr. Edward S. Ullard, who 5 years ago declared himself to be company's chief environmental officer, CEO. CEO full form is Chief Executive Officer. Is it clear? And it is the highest post which a person in a company holds. But he is saying, I am Chief Environmental Officer, means my duty is to save the environment. He said, a continued existence as a leading manufacturer requires that we excel in environmental performance. Our main work, the way when we work in a company or a factory or a industries, our main work is to manufacture a better quality of a things and to satisfy the customer. Same way, we are going to say that we have done best when we have saved or we have done something to save the environment. Of all the statements made by Margaret Thatcher was the British Prime Minister. She was also first British Prime Minister, Lady Prime Minister. She was also known as the Iron Lady. Is it clear? She was also known as the Iron Lady. During the year of her prime ministership, none has passed so decisively, means cleverly, into the current coin of English uses. English uses means the word which is being used in English common words as a felicitous word. Felicitous means inspiring words. No generation has a freehold on this earth. She is saying that no generation, your generation, my generation, is having a freehold on this earth. We are not a owner of this earth. All we have is a life tenancy. Means everybody who are living over here, they are a tenant, किराएदार है. And life tenancy means we have got a fixed period of a time. Is it clear? We have got a fixed period of a time with a full repairing lease. Lease होता है period of a time. Suppose if we have taken any restaurant from the government, we take it for 20 years lease, we take it for 30-year lease, and we pay a rent in return of that lease. So she is saying that everybody is a tenant over here. Life tenancy, we have got a fixed time to live on this earth with a full repairing lease, and we have got an opportunity. It's a duty that we have to repair this earth. In the word of Mr. Lester Brown, we have not inherited this earth from a forefather. Means we have not inherited from a Dadaji and Pardadaji and others. Is it clear? We have borrowed it from our children. We have borrowed it from our children means like I can say that I'm living in this house. This house belongs to my children. Then when my children will have their own children, so they will say that this house belongs to their children. So in other words, what it says, in other words, it says that nobody is the owner of anything. Is it clear? Everybody is the caretaker of the earth. And this could only be done when people will become aware, when people will think that this earth is what? This earth is a, this one, place. It's a temporary place. Till the time being we are living on the earth, we have to save the earth from degradation. Because what happens, if the earth is going to be harmed, our life is also going to be harmed.